nothing like fucking act niggas. 200K cash, that's a fact, nigga. Alright, y'all. Look, man. I'm no genius. I'm no motherfucking Warren Buffett. But I'm learning the stock market just like everybody else. I don't have as much time, you know. And fortunately, when it comes to me, I profit at work a lot. So, you know, it is what it is. But I'm still trying to learn the stock market too, right? See if I can help some of y'all out who don't understand. Because a lot of people, you know, they talk about buy stock market, but they don't break it down good enough, I don't think. I'm going to just try to break it down basic as possible. Number one, how do you know what stocks to buy, right? That's the hardest part, and that's the biggest part. One way you could tell is it's like keeping your ears to the street. What's the next biggest thing that's going to pop or possibly pop? And what you got to understand also is nothing is guaranteed in the stock market, right? So you got to figure out what's going to pop. It might pop in 5 years. It might not pop right now. That's another thing that people don't get. The name of the game really is to guess something now that's going to be big later. Just like whoever guessed Amazon or whoever guessed all those other stocks, not just Amazon, whatever. I know that's the hard part. People are like, damn, you got to guess it and guess it right. Yeah, for the most part, unless you're going to do day stocks. Like, what are day stocks? That's like a stock, like say you buy 1,000 stocks or something today, right? And you wait for it to go up a couple of dollars, then you sell it real quick. To me, that's probably the easiest, guaranteed, most best way to do it, if you ask me. You know, a lot of people don't agree. I think you should do all three ways, to be honest. I think you should do a short term, which is like, I don't know the name of it, but I call it day stocks, where people, I don't have time to do this, I wish I did, but where people will say they buy 100 stocks or 1,000 stocks of something that is like $5, right? That's $5,000. Say that, let's say that stock was $1 or something. They'll probably wait till it goes up to like $1.25, then they'll sell it real quick. And then they might do it another day or whatever, but they made a profit off of that. You know what I mean? Whatever, y'all get the point. That's what day stocks is. They buy something, then they wait till it go up, and then they sell it. But the name of the game is this too. Not only guessing what stock, but you have to have money to make money. If you put like $100 in, you're really not gonna get nothing back, really. You could, but not that much, really. Like, say you put in $100 in Bitcoin before it blew up. You get a little bit back, but not as much as if you put $1 million in that shit. You see what I'm saying? So that too, you gotta consider. You gotta know where to put the money, how much, and all this other shit too. It ain't just, oh, let me buy some stocks and that's it. It don't work that way, y'all. I feel like this though. This is the only stocks I really want. Only way I feel like I would really want to fuck with it is the day stocks, you know, where you buy something every day, you sell it. You buy a big amount of something, and then you wait till it goes up, makes a profit, and you sell it. That, or I want long term, like whoever bought Amazon or whatever the case, all those other stocks that wasn't that big, that are now big. That's what I want. I want stocks that are going to blow over time. I'm not looking for the quick fix. A lot of people want this quick fix, like they're going to get rich off of it. You know, the only way I see that happening is if you put a lot of money down on something that blows. Or maybe you don't have to put that much money down on it because it might be low right now, but it gets big later. Who knows? But to me, it's like a medium term, short term, and long term stocks. You have to figure out what's best when you buy it. Like, is this a long term stock, short term, or like a medium term stock? I like long term, man. Those are the stocks that keep going. I want some shit that I buy now that 20 years from now, that shit's still building up. That's what I want. So they say, you know, you should put that into like these funds and shit like that instead of the actual stock market trying to figure it out. But whatever, it's the same thing. But I just want people to understand that. I think a lot of people feel like, well, if I just buy some stocks, I'm gonna blow up. It just don't work like that. It's too much up and down. That's why a lot of people day trade with their stocks, because they wait till it drop and then they buy it and then they wait till it goes up. Remember, if I buy $800 of stock that is going off for $3, if it jumps up 50 cents, you know what I mean, tomorrow I could just sell it real quick and then make $800 off of every 50 cents. You get what I'm saying? 50 cents of that $800, should I say. That's how some people do it. That's how most people do it. That's why they sit with their laptop open waiting for that shit to jump and then they sell it real quick. But if you're somebody who think you're just going to buy a stock and it's just going to grow, well, you got to pick the right one. You can't just buy anyone, you know, and there's no guarantee. A lot of times, you know, them stocks are going to go up for a while, they're going to drop. They're going to go up, they're going to drop. You break even. Shit, you better off going to work and making a profit that way sometimes. This is what I mean by the stocks, man. That's why I only want them stocks that grow. I don't want the ones that's up, and all of them are up and down. But I mean overall, I want the ones that keep growing. I don't want this up and down shit. Man, you put $400 in a stock, the motherfucker up and down, you ain't make nothing a year later. You still got $400 stock. Fuck that, man. Nah, I want some shit, either that $400, you know, let's say the stock went up in a couple hours and I sold it and then I made a profit that way for the day. Like say I made $200 off of the profit that I sold. I want it that way, or I want that shit to grow. That $400, not $400, the stock that was selling for whatever price it was that grew over time, like Amazon and all that. That's what I want. And that's what y'all should want, I think. You know, all that up and down shit, man, you fuck around and lose money or break even. You holding your money hostage for what? I make more profit going to work than that shit. Just being honest. Wherever you put your money, man, make sure that shit grow, man. I don't have a bunch of stock and all that shit because I don't completely understand it and I don't know exactly what to get, which you probably never really going to be 100% sure, like if I buy this is going to happen. You don't know that. Anything can happen. Who would have thought GameStop would do what it did? Yeah, some people knew, but not everybody. That's a good example. GameStop, it went up, right? Now it's back down, right? There's no guarantee. A lot of people are going to say, oh shit, it's down, let me buy some, which I kind of agree, but there's no guarantee it's going to shoot back up again. You see what I mean? You might buy $5,000 in GameStop stock because you think it's going to blow back up to 100 or something. That motherfucker might not move again. It might stay up and down in the 50s forever. You don't know that. That's what y'all dealing with these stocks. You don't know. That's why I highly suggest stop just trying to get rich scheme shit and look for stocks that you feel like is going to grow over time. All this up and down shit, a couple months and all that. What, if you lucky, you gain a couple $100 if you lucky. If you're going to do that, you might as well go to day stocks. If you're going to deal with some shit like that. Other than that, long term, I wouldn't even worry about the medium term shit. I worry about short term, which is buy something lower or something that you know is going to go up today. You feel like, okay, it's going to go up today. Let me buy some when it opens and wait till it go up and sell it later on that day. Maybe that, or long term, man. I don't really understand a day stock like that, but I know people do that. They buy it and then they wait till it go up and they sell it and they make their profit. But you also got to buy a lot too. You can't be like, okay, I'm going to buy $100 in stock and I'm going to blow up for the rest of my life. It's not going to work that way. Because the more money you put in it, the more you get back out of it. Remember that. The more money you put in it, the more money you get back out of it. Remember that. Damn. These roads is fucked up, man. Yeah, I think that's it, y'all, man. I'm starting to learn a little bit. You know what I mean? I got a few little things. I don't got too much money in it, though, but I need to do something because, you know, money sitting in the bank ain't doing shit either. But at least it ain't losing money. You can lose money in the stock market. A lot of times, though, that stock shit is going up and down all day long, man. That shit don't be moving nowhere, really. Like Planet Fitness and shit like that. That shit don't really move nowhere, really. Oh, yeah, let me touch on that. seasonal stock. Like something, I feel like Planet Fitness might be like seasonal stock. Like, you know, everybody gonna be at Planet Fitness right now, but March, that shit gonna drop probably. I don't know, you have to look at the graph and see how it done over the past 5 years and the past year. You know what I'm saying? But you would think something like Planet Fitness would probably be lower in the summer and all that shit, but it would jump up in right now. You know, so what could you do? You could buy it, you say, let me look on the grid. Oh, it usually drops about May. It usually drops as low as about May. I'm gonna wait until about May, and then I'm gonna buy a bunch of Planet Fitness stock, right? And then you're expecting for that shit to grow in January when everybody claim they want to get their body right? Then you gotta sell it. Because if you hold on to it, this is what people don't get. Say I bought it in, May. Say it went up. Yeah, I gained some money. It went up in January, but guess what? It's gonna go back down in fucking May again. So really, I'm right back where I started. You know what I mean? You could end up a fucking rat in this shit, like a hamster running in a wheel. Like your money just up and down, same spot. Nah, you gotta figure this shit out, y'all. That's why I'm the biggest fan of stocks that grow over time. Fuck all that other shit, man. You know what I mean? If I want personal money, that's what works for other things for. The stock market is just to try to make shit grow, in my opinion. You know, if you're trying to use stock market money to live off of and shit, I don't know, man. Because it's going to be difficult. Because there's going to be a lot of ups and downs in that motherfucker, man. Then you got some stocks that are good, but it's too late. Like, you could buy it, but it's damn near so damn high. It's like, what the fuck? What's the point? Like Amazon now. Should have bought that shit a long time ago. But who would have thought? You know what I mean? Who would have thought Amazon would be as big as it is? And all that other shit. You know what I mean? I do know NIO, that's supposed to be big. Why is it supposed to be big? Because it's supposed to be something about electric cars, right? So that should blow. If I was y'all, I would probably take my chances on that. And even if it don't blow, I don't think you would lose much money. I think you probably break out even at the end of the day. But you're not gonna make a lot of money unless you put a lot of money in it. You could put $100 in NIO, and then it blow. Let's say it blows up big in 5 years. You make 300 off that 100 you put. The only way you really gonna make some money is like, say a millionaire put $1 million on that motherfucker. You know what I mean? That's how it works, man. You gotta know where to put the big amounts of money, or how you gaining anything. Scared money don't make no money, right? That's how it works, man. But you know, there's way more levels of this. You know, I'm learning too, so I don't want y'all to think that I'm making a video saying I know all this shit, everything. I don't know everything. I'm just giving y'all basic breakdowns. You know what I mean? There's way more to this shit than this. Way more. But I feel like people make it more difficult to understand by, I don't know, I don't think I could elaborate on that. I think people make it more difficult than what it is. In their mind, they think it's more difficult than what it is. Really, it's all about it's a guessing game and a timing game. A prediction game, guessing game, same thing. Yeah, that's basically what it is. And then you got to have the right amount of money. You got to know, okay, you got to put the right amount of money down to actually make profit back. But again, sometimes that profit, yeah, you see it grow, but that shit can leave. So you got to know when, it's like you got to know when to let go too. Timing, yeah. It's a guessing game and a timing game. That's what breaks it down perfectly. Guessing game and a timing game. Figure out what to get. That's the guessing part. And then the timing part. When should I keep this? How long should I keep this? When should I get it? You know what I mean? Basically, that's all it is. And the guessing part is what's going to blow and all this other shit. But I would not try to get rich off of it. Well, I ain't going to say don't try to get rich off of it, but I wouldn't have that type of mindset. I would have more of a mindset of what should I buy and how much should I put in and all that. Fuck all that. I'm going to try to get this much. I'm trying to get a bunch of money off of it. Yeah, you are, but your mindset should be trying to figure out how shit works, why shit works, when shit works, that type of shit. Nothing is guaranteed in the stock market, y'all. Nothing. Even Bitcoin. Even a lot of people in Bitcoin. Let's say people who bought Bitcoin, let's say they made 5 million right now. Dude, if they hold on to that shit long enough, they fuck around and could lose money or break back even to where they started in the first place. Just like you at a gambling place, you gambling at Vegas or something, and you up fucking 20,000. Stop, motherfucker. Right? If you don't stop, you fuck around and break back even, be salty as fuck when you leave. Like, damn, I had 20,000. I didn't stop. I walked out with nothing. I broke back even. That's how the stock market is. Fuck that. When I get that profit, I want that shit to stay profit. That's why I'm a bigger fan of long-term shit that progressively seems to never stop growing versus this up and down shit and all this other shit. If you doing that, you better sell it at the right time. Get in it, get out at the right time. When it's that up and down shit, it's all about timing. That long-term shit, that's all about guessing. What stock is going to keep growing? Of course it's going to go up and down. Don't get it twisted. Like a stock that keeps growing, like Amazon, that shit goes up and down too. But overall, that shit is going up. You see what I'm saying? That's what I want. And that's why you can't just focus on the money part. Because, you know, this month you might be up. Let's say you got 10,000 in Amazon. This month you might be up 10,000. Next month it might be down to 5,000. You like, oh shit, let me take this shit out. See? Can't do that. That's what I'm saying. Then next month it might be 15. This is why I say the stock market money that you put in should only be for that. Only trying to make chess moves to make that shit keep growing. That's it. All that, and then work for your overall everyday money. You see what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna do it. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm not using the stock market to get everyday money off of. I've already got money for that. This is just to try to make money grow. You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all it's for. Unless somehow, some way I end up with millions of dollars or something, then yeah, I would take the shit out and try to figure, well, I wouldn't even take it all out. I would take some out though. Now that I think about it, what if you had $1 million in the stock market and the $1 million you had, you know, is about to start falling? What would you do? That's a good ass question. I don't know. One of y'all tell me. If you had $1 million in the stock market and you know that the shit's done, like it's topped off, what would you do? I mean, of course, most people going to sell it, but then what? What, put it in the bank account? Or what would you do? Try to find your next stock move? Or should you already be finding your next stock move before that even happens? Like, do you keep trying to find other stocks? You know what I mean? It's different shit, man. This is like millions of ways to skin a cat. It ain't no fucking one way in this motherfucker, man. Everybody make it seem like it's just one way. And it's not, man. It's way more to it than just, oh, I just bought some stock. And it's way more than that, bro. Because it's not just about buying the stock. It's about selling the stock, too. Sometimes selling the stock is your profit. Just like buying it sometimes is a profit. Well, selling it at the right time is your profit, too. Because, again, if I hold on to it, like I said, the Vegas shit, hold on to it too long, then I fuck around and break even. Imagine being up $1 million on a stock and you kept getting greedy and you fucked around and went back to nothing. That'd be some bullshit, dog. Be mad in the motherfucker. When I say nothing, I mean the same amount of money that you put in it, because that's what it is. You basically broke even. So you put 10,000 in, you went up $1 million, and then you like, I'm holding off, dog. This shit supposed to go back up. Fuck around and you tap out at 10,000 where you started. All that for nothing. Wasted time. You want to waste time? I don't. Life too short to waste time. Hell nah, man. When I don't want my effort and work to go in vain when it comes to the stock market. That's why I'm a big fan of stock markets that grow over time. But that ain't even no guarantee either, though. So how do you know? It's a guessing game, dog. More than anything. But people make it seem like you just buy this because this stock is right, dog. Buy Tesla, whatever the fuck that shit's called. This is the right stock. Yeah, but that shit can go up and down just like the rest, just like Amazon. You know, Amazon could get dethroned at any time. You don't know when that could happen, right? So you got to know when to get out of shit. You know, you might be in Amazon for 20 years. That's a long term, in my opinion, stock. You know, but then let's just say another similar stock to Amazon, but it was only hot for 2 years or something. That's more like a medium term. Let's say something is similar to Amazon, but it was only hot for a week. You got to get in that week and get the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? It's not the same, dog. I don't know why people don't get this part. It's not the same, but there's no way you could just approach every fucking stock the same way. And then you got to figure out, you're going to have to do some math like, okay, if I put this much in, I will get this. That's another thing I think. You should have a projective, you should have a ideal number that you want to hit. That way you'll know how much you want to put into it. Okay, this is this much, right? This shares is this much. I'm trying to make, I want to make $1,000 profit off of this, right? So you would put, okay, I see the graph, it's been up this high and it's been this low. So I could possibly lose this much, or I could possibly gain this much. You see what I'm saying? That's how I would look at it. Like, because you got to look at it both ways. You can lose or you could gain. And I think that's how you could tell how much money you actually want to put in it. Like, okay, if this goes up to where it been before, if I put this much in it, I have the potential of making this much. But if you don't do it that way, you put $100 in it and you fuck around, the shit go up and you lost all that money. That's still losing money because you didn't put enough money in it. Think about it. If I don't put enough money in it and the shit goes up to where I thought it was going to go, that's lost money because I was scared to make the money. Scared money don't make the money, right? That's why I think that's another example of what people have to do. Like, find your potential mark. Understand the potential loss mark because you could lose. It's a risk. But understand that potential high mark too. That way you'll know. That way you won't put in 100 if you feel like this stock has the potential of reaching. Let's say you buy a stock for, I'm gonna break it down small. Let's say you buy a stock for $5, right? But you look on a grid and it's been up to $50 before. Okay, you see that it's potential of $50. So if you put in 100 instead of 1,000 or 5,000, and if that shit go up to 50 and you only put in that 100 instead of that 5,000, you lost all that money. You missing out on all that money. It's a loss. Yeah, you didn't technically lose the money, but you still lost it because you didn't get it. You could have got it. That's why reading the grids, I feel like reading the grids is that's the only way you can really tell for the most part. Even though history could be wrong, because something could really blow up or go lower, but that's the only way you can really kind of gauge. There's no other way to gauge. What do you got to gauge off of? Besides, okay, electric cars are coming out. NIO might blow up. That don't mean it will though. Or when will it? How do you know? You know what I'm saying? You don't know. I don't know, man. I wish I had more time to do the shit, but I don't. But I'm gonna have to figure it out because I want to make some of this stock money too. But I also understand that it's a risk game and shit. You know, I missed out on Amazon. It was like 1,200. I was like, man, that shit ain't gonna go no higher than that. Man, I could have just put in like, just imagine if I put 100,000 in that shit, dog. All that money I missed. Cause scared and didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't gonna, it might go up a couple of hundred, man. I ain't worried about that shit. That shit up at 3,000 now. But then again, even if I put that money in, right? What do? Do I stop now? Do I pull out now? Or do I leave it there? See, these are the things that people that people are not talking about when they talk about this stock market shit. All they talk about is buy a stock and it's gonna blow. It's a good stock, it's gonna blow. What about when you pull out and all this other shit? This shit matters. So, if I bought Amazon for 1,200, like I should have, right? Let's say I bought 100,000 of it, right? Let's say I bought 100,000 of it, and now it's at 3,000. Do I leave it there? Or what if it starts falling? Do I just pull out? Because remember, it's going to go up and down. It might fucking go all the way down. That's why some people, oh shit, let me pull this shit out. Millionaires be like, oh hell no, this shit falling too quick. Let me get this shit out. Because it could keep going down. How do you know? Amazon could be dethroned and fall all the way down. You never know. There's been stocks like Dean stock and other stocks that was on top and on the bottom now. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Ain't no such thing as a guaranteed good stock forever. It could happen. Yeah, it could happen, but ain't no guarantee. See what I'm saying? That's just what it is. Amazon's a good example. I say Amazon because everybody know Amazon. Ain't no guarantee that Amazon gonna keep climbing up for the rest of fucking life. Something else might come out that might dethrone that shit. I heard something about Walmart. Just letting y'all know that. Life changes. That's why the electric car thing, everybody think that shit's gonna be the next biggest thing. I don't know, we'll see. But even if it is, same rules apply. How much money do you put into it? I only got 2 shares of that shit right now. I need to quit playing and just go ahead and just not be scared about it, because look, if I don't fuck around and not get the benefits 5 years from now, because it's going to take about 5 years. Cadillac got 17 new electric cars coming 5 years within 5 years. So that shit ain't going to really pop yet. But I think NIO might be a solid choice because electric cars, the world's changing. I don't see how that could not be a solid choice. It's just like your grandmas and grandpas, man. Back when they was buying stocks, they didn't know all this shit was going to be now. They just happened to, some of them picked the right fucking stock. And now they sitting lovely. Yeah, it might have took 30 years, but the motherfuckers is right. You see? Every stock, some stock might not, it might be a 30-year stock, man. That's how you got to look at it. I know you like, man, fuck that shit. Yeah, you don't got to. That's why you got to have different stocks. You know, that 30-year stock, let that shit keep growing. All this stock right here, this is a daily stock. I fuck with the daily stocks. Got the long-term stocks. Then I got these medium-term stocks, 1 year, 2 year, whatever. It's all type of ways, y'all. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm not telling you what stock to pick and all that bullshit, but I'm basically giving you the basic breakdown of how the shit works. But shit, the hardest part is probably picking what stocks. That is probably the hard. And that weed shit, I keep hearing about that shit a lot too. I don't know, man. But I know this. That shit is, it's like fucking chess and shit. It's like chess. You gotta figure out all type of ways, man. I'm thinking about looking into them those index funds though, because I know them should more than likely grow. Those are like the safest things that are going to keep growing, and that's what I want. So you just put a whole bunch of money into that, something like that. That's what I'm looking for. Shit that grow. Fuck all that up and down shit. Small time nickel and a dime. I could make that profit in a week at work. I don't need that shit. Waste of risking money for what reason? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going to do some daily or weekly trades. But all that sitting on that shit and it's up and down all the fucking time and really ain't going nowhere, you breaking even. What the fuck you got the money tied up in that shit for? Ain't no point, man. Sound like my milk stock. That motherfucker ain't moved for years. You know what I'm saying? But why did I buy that milk stock? Because it was potential $3, you know, but I bought it for like $1. So I was thinking, if I buy like $100 in this, I could make, let's see, 3. You do the math. But instead, it's only, I lost like almost $100. So I have no choice but to keep that shit, because hopefully it'll go up one day to where I thought it was gonna go. If not, then I'll sell it and I'm just gonna lose $100. But why sell it? Might as well just keep the shit. That's another thing. Some stocks you just stuck. Like if you sell it, you're just gonna lose the money. So your best bet is to hopefully it'll go up to what you thought it was gonna go up to. And in that case, in my opinion, you might as well just keep this shit. It ain't hurting you no worse than what it already is. So the milk stock I bought is down to like, I think 3 cents or some shit like that. a share or something. But it had the potential of $3 a share. I got it for like $1. If I sell it, man, I'm just losing money. If I keep it, I really ain't losing shit either. So, I mean, hopefully, hey, you never know. This shit might blow again. Some stocks are going to be like that, y'all. So it's all different ways, man. There's no just one way a stock is going to move, dog. And that's what people got to understand before they just feel like, or before they just sold this dream that, yeah, just buy the right stock and you'll just blow. Nah, it's deeper than that, y'all. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like when people understand that it's deeper than that, they'll start doing their own research and they'll start learning and figuring out more about the shit and have a better understanding about it and how to maneuver and what they should pick. But if they just go by, oh, just buy that stock, buy Tesla and you'll be all right, dog. Nah, man. You have no understanding if somebody just tells you just buy this good stock and that's it. You have no understanding of why to buy the stock, what's going to happen, none of that. Right? I will go back up. It will go back up, but still let the market recoup. What will, oh yeah, the Dean? I think so. Even if it don't, fuck it, I lost 100. But if it does, $3 times 100, 300. And maybe it was more than that. I don't know exactly what it was, but I know it's down like, it's only like 3 cents now. You would think people buying milk, I guess not. Shit. I don't know, but hey, I'm not getting rid of that. I do like it though. I think the stocks might be something that I'm probably born to do because I love to like figure out how to save shit. Like when it comes to buying shit, bills and all that, like it's like I get off on trying to figure out more ways to save this and do that. So stock market's kind of the same thing, kind of like watching numbers and figuring out numbers and shit. It's the same thing almost. So I think maybe that's something I need to really start doing. Because I already do it. I just don't do it in the stock market. I just do it in real life. You know what I mean? With almost everything. Almost everything I do, I dissect down. You know what I mean? Some people call it cheap, but I don't. It's not cheap because I still buy expensive things. I just make sure I weigh out the option of the expensive things. Like if I'm going to buy a new car, I'm going to weigh out the options of which one and why and all that. That doesn't mean you're cheap. That just means you are smart with your money. You don't just go out and just buy the shit, you know? AKA, this is why I grocery shop at 3 different stores. Because there's different shit at different stores. I'm not going to just go to one store when I know they busted my head at this one for fucking gallons of water or something. Yeah, these right here. If I go to Kroger's, $1.50. If I go to Walmart, $1.20. It is what it is. I go to different stores for different shit. Then Kroger's has better deals at some shit that I want and need that Walmart don't. So I just go to all 3 of them and know exactly what I need. Instead of, oh, I'm just going to go here and then bust my own head. That's dumb. It is what it is, man. Y'all get the point. Buying oil, them quarts of oil. Some people go to AutoZone and buy every little, or yeah, they got 5 quarts. The big ones. At Walmart, they be like, or no, at AutoZone, they be like 37. Walmart, they like 25. Why would I buy the same fucking thing at AutoZone when I could just go to Walmart? It don't make no sense. Or why would I go to a dealership and have them change my oil with some cheap ass oil, paying the same damn price damn near or more, when I could just buy my own good ass fucking synthetic, you know, Castro, whatever, not Castro, whatever the fuck it is. I forget the name of it. It's the racing oil though, but it's the good shit. You know what I'm saying? Moral of the story is, AutoZone got the same 5 big ass quart thing for $10 more. I mean, busting your head, man. You gotta watch this shit, man. Don't work hard for your money just to give it to motherfuckers for nothing. It ain't about being cheap, it's about being smart. Plain and simple. Some things you can't get around. Some things you're gonna have to buy for the price that it is, and that's fine. But if there's a cheaper price for the same fucking thing, why the fuck would I not do it? It makes no sense. That's all I'm saying, man. So, yeah, I'm out of here, man. Gotta go in this gym and do my thing. But, yeah. Hope y'all got a little bit of understanding about it. I'm sure y'all probably know some shit I don't know. But I just don't want people to fall into that idiot thinking that all I do is just buy a good stock and I'm good. It don't work that fucking way. You know what I mean? It's too many variables to this shit. It seems confusing, but once, like I said, that's why I feel like people need to understand that it's more to it than just buy a good stock and that's it. If you could start understanding more of how it actually works, I think people will be better off and do better. And I'm still learning too, like I said a billion times in this video already. But at least I understand for the most part the main part about it. You know what I mean? Not everything, but I kind of got a good understanding of it. So that being said, man, I'm out, man. But shit, everybody, you can start the stock market with $5. That's another thing. Oh, you need all this money. No, you don't. Somebody can start the stock market right now with $5, right? And then they buy penny stocks, right? Say they bought $5 in penny stocks, right? Say the stocks was selling for $5, I don't know, 20 cents or something. And then let's say they bought it today, right? And then it went up to 40 cents. They sell it real quick. Then they do it tomorrow or whatever. We just talking about $5, but that could be $5 million. That could be $500 or $5,000. And they sell it that same day, whatever. Y'all get the point. So you could start with 5 and build up, or you could, it don't matter. But don't be scared, because that NIO shit, I think I need to put more into that, because that's a long term. Some of y'all grandpas and grandmas and shit, they bought the right stocks. That's why they sitting lovely now. You think they didn't kind of was worried, like, man, should I buy this stock back in 1940 and shit? They was kind of like just going off of what they think is going to happen. And some of them guessed right. And now they sitting sweet. But that ain't every stock. Every stock don't keep growing. I'm not going to keep saying the same shit over and over. Y'all going to have to rewind this video. No point in me making it longer than what it is. I think I said everything that I possibly could say. That's it, man. Have a good day.